Forget about everything you know about NFTs. In this video, I'm going to tell you why I think NFTs are going to be a big part of everyone's lives in the future. So stick around. When NFTs were launched, they were mostly associated with digital art. Some of these unique pieces sold for thousands, if not millions of dollars. And today, they're only worth a small fraction of the price paid. Some of these NFTs were total scams and left people out of pocket, including me. Now, with the high prices and the bad press behind it, NFTs are something that people either don't understand or would well stay clear of. NFTs, or non-fungible tokens, can represent assets in both the digital and physical worlds. Now, what do I mean exactly with the term non-fungible? Well, here are some examples. A fungible asset would be a dollar for a dollar, a Bitcoin for a Bitcoin. Something that's not fungible would be a 20-bedroom mansion in the countryside is not equal to a 2-bedroom apartment within the city. That's something that's non-fungible. So if you put aside the bad press and experiences, NFTs are a lot more than just cartoon apes and pixelated animals. In fact, NFTs will be a part of your future. You may not know it yet, but I'll tell you why. It's something called proof of ownership. For each unique NFT, in the background, the transaction process, when bought, binds that asset, whether it be digital or physical, to that buyer. The buyer then becomes the official owner. The buyer can also transfer ownership or sell that NFT to another person. Normally, NFTs just have one owner, but sometimes there are assets that allow for fractional ownership. That's where the asset is divided into equal amount of parts, and each one of those parts can be bought by a person. Equally, if the person buys that fraction of the asset, they can also transfer ownership or sell that piece to another person. Very similar to how the timeshare system works for vacation homes. Speaking of NFTs, we are now gifting every subscriber a free NFT Tech Refuge token. That's right, for every subscriber. So all you need to do is visit the description below, have a look, click on that link, and claim your NFT today. NFTs can also represent many other tangible physical items. For example, fashion, real estate, automobiles, memorabilia and collector's items. Also medical records, certifications, diplomas, music, to name just a few. The process that digitizes these real-world assets is called tokenization. And what makes tokenization so special? For businesses, NFTs can help streamline a tedious and long-winded documentation process. Within NFTs themselves, there's something called smart contracts. So think of that as a digital set of terms and conditions, which upon purchase, these rules, sets of logic are automatically executed. That will save not only hours, days, but maybe for some businesses, even months. Also a good thing is that within certain regions of the world, these smart contracts are recognized in the court of law. So if there's any legal issues, that smart contract can be used in courts. Now, we covered businesses. What about consumers? What are we getting out of it? Well, there's a little something called utility. Let me explain. Imagine your favorite sports team just dropped the latest NFT, and that NFT is unique. And upon purchasing that NFT, you get a signed autograph of all the team players and also front row seats at every game for 1 year. Now, we call that perks, but in NFT land, they call that a utility. And a utility is what makes that NFT unique. When the NFTs were launched quite some time ago with art, not many utilities were backed behind an NFT. Now going forward, brands and big companies realize that, hey, we're not going to give up our money quite easily, and we're going to need to get something out of it. In the real estate sector, I'm seeing quite a lot of companies that are looking into tokenization property as well as land. And there has been a few companies that have actually done that. So in purchasing an NFT, you're purchasing that property or that land. And like I mentioned before, within that NFT, you will have smart contracts, the terms and conditions between the buyer and the seller, which are recognized in some courts of law. There is another side of an NFT that you may not know about, and they're often not associated with any money. They're basically called POAPs, or Proof of Attendance Protocol tokens. Now, these are tokens that are rewarded to people who participate at a particular event, whether it be online or in person. These are unique ways to tokenize a memory or an experience. Check out the link below for POAP. I totally recommend that. That's something that everyday users like myself and you can easily use to help build your community. Our shopping experience will change, so no longer will we have to carry these plastic cards around in our purse and wallets. We will be incentivized and rewarded via an NFT. Changes to the way that personal data is handled will also change in the future. So think of our personal information, our data, perhaps our medical and educational records will be held on an NFT in which we own, we control, and we decide who has access to that data. As the adoption of blockchain increases, so will NFTs and tokenization. Now, there have been some companies in the past that have taken advantage of this technology, such as Nike, Louis Vuitton, and also certain musicians which have dropped some NFT tracks like Snoop Dogg, Eminem, and Grimes. We have recently started to see the rise of tokenization in real estate markets, like I previously mentioned. And also, I've noticed there's some educational platforms that once you pass a course, your certificate or diploma is in the form of an NFT. And let's not forget, when you get that NFT, that's also stored on the blockchain, which is a transparent and tamper-proof platform. So just to recap, you now know that NFTs are not just about crazy art. There's a lot more to it, and a lot more that each of us can gain and control. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and see you next time. Thanks for watching.